And they call me warrior. They call me loyalty. And they call me...
Perfect. All right, so Melissa and I showed you what to do with getting her knee shield back in from a disrobe technique. Now we're going to move on and show you what to do if the attacker decides to choke you. All right, so now I'm in Melissa's guard again, okay? And this time, instead of being able to fire her hamstrings and get away, that's going to be super hard to do when I have my hands around her throat. Now, some people always think that nut shots and eye gouges will always end the fight with a guy. I just want to show you how that's physically impossible for Melissa to do here, okay? She can't reach my eyes, right? And if she tries to come down from my throwing, all right, first of all, she's got to get like through my arms to get through there. And all I'm going to do is just start punching her face or elbowing her face, because guys tend to freak out when somebody starts going for their growing area, right? And we tend to strike hard to get people to stop. So in this situation, it's not the most effective thing to do, all right? So what we are going to do is Melissa's still going to go back to her default position with her palms on her forehead, okay, and her elbows in, all right? If she does that, her chin tucked, if she's in this, it already makes it harder for me to try to choke her, all right? So she's kind of negating that already. But if I do get my hands to her, and I am choking her, all right, she's gonna grab my wrist, okay? She's grabbing my wrist with a thumbless grip, and she's placing her forearms just on top of my forearms, okay? She's not doing it with such force and pressure that she's gonna be able to bend my arms down, because when I'm up and I'm really putting pressure on her, she's not gonna be able to push my arms down anyways, all right? She's just getting a solid grip, all right? The next thing she's gonna do from here is rotate her hips and throw her legs up over my shoulders like this. If she does that, this grip that she has on my wrist, all right, she's simply just keeping my wrist in place, because as she pushes her heels down to the mat and lifts her hips up, squeeze her knees at the same time, tap, good job, she's gonna start to push me out. Well, for her to hurt the back of my elbows, she needs me to have straight arms. While she just pushes me out, my arms start to bend, and she doesn't get the same type of pressure on the back of my elbow. So if she simply holds them in place, as she throws her legs up hard and lifts her hips hard, it snaps the back of my elbows. So what it would look like, go ahead, a little more pressure, boom, and tap, okay? If you do this forcefully, again, you're gonna hyperextend, hopefully break someone's elbow or arm, all right? But even if worse comes to worse, say Melissa didn't hurt my arms, she still has enough strength in her hips to simply just push me away from her. If she pushes me away, that same grip is a good grip to hold my wrists, all right? So now I can't quite get away from her. It's kind of like, wait a second, who's got who now? And if she holds my hands, okay, she's gonna drop one leg, all right? And that leg is gonna start punting my face. Boom, boom, with these up kicks. I can't stop it because she's kind of holding me here. Now again, I'm still bigger and stronger than Melissa, so I'm going to be able to rip out of that. You know, if she hasn't knocked me out with that up kick, I'm still going to be here. I'm going to rip out of this. I'm going to be damaged. Okay? That's going to allow her now to get this other leg involved, push off my chest, get back into her base position. All right? Get up, get out, and get away. Hopefully, I'm laying here, either unconscious from her up kick, or laying over because she broke both of my arms or hyperextending both of my elbows, all right? But even if she's not able to do that, she still has enough strength in her hips to get her legs involved and push me off of her throat. Choke position, all right, here, what she's doing is when she grabs my wrist, she's going over, crossing her arms, all right, grabbing the opposite side of the wrist, right, and she's doing a thumbless grip. When she rocks her hips up, go ahead, they're coming up over my shoulders like this. You can tell that the inside of her thighs are on the back of my elbows. So now, as she holds my hands in place, she's not pulling them down to the ground and making me choke her more. She's simply just holding them in the same position they were in. She's gonna drive her heels to the ground and lift her hips and squeeze her knees. Keep going, tap. All right, when I say tap, that's because it hurts, all right? And if she did this with speed and force, not giving me the ability to tap, where she just rocked them up really fast and whacked my arms, trust me, that's gonna cause me significant pain. What it looks like when I start to rip away, right, when she holds on, okay, now that foot's gonna come down, and I have nothing to protect my face, and she gets to punt my face. Perfect. Oh, ow, now I've ripped out, I'm covering up, she's using that leg to push and kick off, boom, get back to her base position, get up, get out, and get away. Perfect, good job, Melissa. Tap. Good.